This is a video from Hangtown 2004. Then James Stewart raced a two-stroke against a field of 250s 4 strokes. Bubba was the killer on this Kawasaki two-stroke Popper smoker.
Roncada to the inside line. The Kawasaki's once again out front. Bubba shuffling to the back of the pack. And it looks like Goose, Chris Gosser with the hole shot, but he's got Brock Hepler on the inside.
That was a huge crash in the middle of race.
So Roncada and Tedesco in the mix. Oh, getting pushed to the outside. Oh, Tedesco yard sale on the backside.
Look at that move. How clearly James Stewart passed his opponent. What a skills.
James Bubba Stewart, number 259 on the inside on board the Kawasaki, comes inside, drops down below. Look at that move. Dropped it inside. Welcome to motocross. Seals the line of the whole nine.
James Stewart was very powerful to race with these guys with 254 strokes. If Bubba were racing with 250, he would easily win with the massive gap.
Blocking. Oh, James coming for a block pass. Look at this on the pipe right now. Stewart goes to the outside, can't get it done, slides to the inside line, and look at Roncada holding him off.
It was so nasty to watch how Bubba changing his corner lines to pass these opponents.
Well, the 25,000 plus fans who turned out to the Hangtown Classic are being treated one. This could be an instant.
James Stewart with easy pass to take the lead.
How does Roncada have to perform as he goes to the outside? Goes outside there and he's holding the throttle. Let's see these uphill, downhill into these corners, especially this pseudo off-camber corner. A lot of traction probably coming out. You guys can see it's kind of hard on the base side jump. We'll see how it works coming up the pole here for Roncada going outside. They stay really wide here. He's seeing better lines out there, less rust, more speed up.
But the opponents were not ready to give Bubba the leader position without a battle.
And 3 in the moto. We've got a real battle here. James scrubbing speed by throwing the bike outside. He almost catches Roncada's front tire. Very close indeed, and Roncada give him credit.
But Stephane Roncada found an opportunity there. He is faster and used it perfectly to pass James Stewart and move into the first position.
Roncada sweeps him on the inside and moves back to first. You can see all the fans like waving their shirts, and they just want to see a battle, and these two guys going at it is super sweet. Good for the sport, good for the motocross season. Just to know that James Stewart isn't just going to run away with it after watching moto number 1.
But James Stewart was close to take this battle alive, and we did not have to wait long. James Stewart quickly regained his leader position.
Another spot to pick him off, and that seems to be the place where James has been able to work everyone, that inside speed line. And the youngster, well, James is a youngster too, but the youngster, Brock Hepler, is not dropping out of the picture. He's still sitting there in 3rd place, so right now, and oh, James got something going on with his...
That day, James Stewart showed the entire motocross community what a talented rider he is by racing a slower bike than the others.
Water hazard. Trying to keep the inside line all the way. He does the foot down semi-water ski with the boot. Roncada back by on the inside.
That was a nasty battle between Roncada and Stewart all the race. So many passes and tries to take the leader position.
And I love the way Roncada's riding. He's not riding defensively, he's riding offensively. And we talked about that in the Supercross season. When he was looking back, he was not able to hold guys off. Right now, he is racing forward. And again, Hepler still in the mix. So 3 guys moving quickly. Anything can happen.
It's so unbelievable how Bubba was passed on this two-stroke Kawasaki bike.
Question about that, but you did consider that is Brock Hepler, the 16-year-old phenom, out there running with the big dogs. And look at Roncada. Bubba at this point's got to be going, what is going on? I know he's sandwiched between the...
Brock with the Suzuki joined the party and started fighting with James Stewart for the 2nd position.
What's going on with James Stewart? You know, and he said in his interview between motos, you know, he's a little tight. He had some arm pumps, some problems with his hands or something. So here he comes again.
James Stewart took the opportunity, then the yellow flag was shown and again passed Roncada for the leader position. What a race, so many overtakes.
Yeah, and you know the AMA rules, you know, I'm not sure if he can actually pass under the yellow as long as there's nothing going on there. You know, he was in the heat of the battle, so we'll have to wait and see if there's any kind of decision there, but I don't think it's going to play any kind of factor.
James was riding so smart and fast in this race.
Well, this time he goes by the water hazard, stays dry. Brock Hepler still running with those 2 Bubba trying to put a little gap between himself and second place Stephane Roncada, both gentlemen on board.
That sound of two-stroke is so nice to listen.
The battle rages on, but right now Bubba's making the two-stroke work for him. And with all the talk of Ivan Tedesco in the Supercross series, and I'm sure James was aware of Roncada, but probably wasn't thinking about him. Then he shows up in Las Vegas, and wham, here's Roncada. He gets out here.
This battle was so close all the race, but James Stewart managed to keep the lead.
See if he can make something work. Look at this. He is right on the back wheel of James Stewart every time they head into that corner, and it looks like Roncada is...
Roncada tries to pass James so hard, but Bubba was not able to do leader position so easy.
Not able to get up alongside James before he moved over, and there's still plenty of room there. Multiple lines working on this track, and a great job by the Dirt Diggers setting up this Hangtown track. Well, the 250's running out here as well as number 259, James.
That was very close.
Number 21 on board the Kawasaki, Stephane Roncada. And the battle, Roncada holding it on, wheeling down the section. Man, they probably shifted into fifth gear there.
Look how Roncada jumps over the James Stewart.
Roncada has got in his mind that he can run and he can possibly beat James Bubba Stewart. Still a lot of racing to go.
He squeezed the maximum out of this Kawasaki.
Roncada is just not letting go of the suit bone. Yeah, you would have thought. Probably James Stewart's thinking a couple things. If he's tight again like he was in moto number 1, he's probably thinking, man, I'm having a little bit of a tough go. And at the same time, he's thinking, Roncada is a mad dog.
I think Roncada was very mad that he couldn't pass James Stewart.
Again, that was Josh Grant we saw moments ago. This is James Bubba Stewart and Stephane Roncada currently running 1 and 2. And Roncada working hard. You see the back end of the bike flying around a bit, but he's studying what
James was flying on this track.
A great way to find the line around. You watch what the guy in front of you doing. You pick the line you think's better, you go for it. But these guys are just kind of working different lines quite a bit.
Roncada found a way to pass James Stewart again in this race.
The more than 25,000 fans here at Hangtown showing their appreciation for a great
But
race.
James Stewart was on a beast mode.
The price of admission. James Bubba Stewart, number 259, who won moto number 1, trying to hold off. Doc Hodges take no chances there. Back to racing action. Wish Josh the best of luck. We'd love to see him back again, because actually it was phenomenal. James Bubba Stewart, number 259.
After an amazing battle between Roncada and James Stewart all the race, Bubba made a gap and took the wind in the second
Well, it
race.
looks like now he's got a bit of breathing room. Not sure where Roncada.
It's unbelievable how fast James Stewart was on this race with slower bike, but his skills was on another level. That is why it is said that he is the fastest man on the planet.
And giving us quite a show. You gotta love it. An instant classic indeed, as James Bubba Stewart, as Cameron alluded to, is starting to open up some breathing room. Roncada must have gone into some problems because he is nowhere